question. You'll be talking with me now with the camera, so is that how it goes for in studio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, now tell us about your upcoming animated feature, The Great Migration.
The Great Migration. It's an animated film I wrote about 2 years ago, and we were trying to find the right package to bring it to life. And fortunately, that's happened at this point. So we've got Rob Minkoff from The Lion King, who directed it, is producing alongside me. And a great cast, my little brother being one of them, Kendall and Logan Henderson from Big Time Rush. And we've got some great leading ladies, Ashley Benson, Ashley Tisdale, and Vanessa Hudgens. And basically the story is about these group of characters that encounter this genetically modified version of themselves during their Great Migration. And it's loosely based around kind of a topic that's happening right now in culture, in the human culture, about passing genetically modified food for consumption. I'm kind of against that. I'm the organic guy.
Cool. Now, is this like your first jump into writing? Like, we know you're writing it as well as acting into it. Have you written anything before this, or is this kind of your first try at it?
No, I've written a lot. I started writing at 15. I was shooting Cheaper by the Dozen with Bonnie Hunt, and she's one of my biggest mentors in this business. And she kind of told me, if you want to be in control of your destiny in this industry, you have to create things. So she gave me my first book on writing, which showed me a 3-act structure for a feature film and 5-act structure for a drama, and kind of introduced me to the bones of writing. And once you kind of understand the beginning, the middle, and the end, then you can have a lot of fun with it. And so from there, I wrote my first script at 15, and I wrote it pretty much one ever since. I've got about 9 or 10 that I've written now. And it was just a matter of time, I think, for me maturing in my writing and also understanding what components I needed to bring these things to fruition. And yeah, I'm 24 and it's finally happening, so I'm excited.
Cool. Now you're working with, you said Ashley Benson, Ashley Tisdale, Vanessa Hudgens. Have you worked with them before? Are you good friends with them, or was it kind of a let's try and get these girls in on it?
No, I haven't worked with them, but I mean, I moved to LA when I was 9 years old, and I met Ashley Tisdale when I was 13. And Vanessa when I was 13, and I've known Ashley Benson for a long time as well. So these are old friends, and it's cool because as we all grow up, we're all becoming aware that if we want to have the career that we envision for ourselves, it's going to require some team effort and working together and collaboration. And I'm just excited that they're so gifted in what they do, and I'm excited that they support me in what I do. So it's become this collective. It's really cool.
Cool. Now, we've featured your pig Yuma a couple of times on the website as well. Can you tell us what she's working on?
We're farting around with a few Yuma things right now. Maybe a little tour. My mom's actually working on a children's book as well. So Yuma's a character. I've had her in training lately, and I can get her to spin both ways and sit down and lay down. And she's doing wave right now to see a little pig lift her hoof off the ground. It's hilarious, but we've got a few more little tricks with her, and then we'll see what we can do.
Cool. Now, what projects are you working on with your brothers?
Other than The Great Migration, I'm doing this completely outside of entertainment industry. I'm really passionate about this thing called aquaponics, which is fish farming, aquaculture, and hydroponic growing methods, which is growing things without soil, so nutrients go straight to the plant. And you put them together, you have fish and produce, you have aquaponics. And basically what we're doing is taking underutilized spaces across the U.S. And converting them into these food factories. And I have a project in Hot Springs right now in Arkansas. I'm working with the mayor and her son to take this old school that they've built a bigger one and they don't really have a use for it. So we're like, hey, well, let's raise some money, let's bring in some partners, and we'll do an aquaponics facility, and a portion of the produce and protein that's grown there can go to the schools, and we can teach kids and train them how to use these systems as well. I personally think it's the evolution of farming. I mean, my family, my ancestors were farmers back in Kansas and did a lot of dairy and a lot of wheat and corn. But I think if we're going to feed people good food, which brings us all back to Great Migration, is another thing when I'm talking about natural organic things. Like, there's a way to create this type of product without stuffing it full of hormones and antibiotics, and that's what I'm passionate about.
Cool. Is there anything else that you guys are working on musically?
Musically, well, we're doing a soundtrack for The Great Migration as well, so it'll be the first time Kendall and I are in a studio together. And I know I'm writing, or Universal's writing a song right now for me, Kendall, and Logan to kind of have like a brothers theme, very much similar to, not similar, but in the vein of kind of Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Mighty King. So it's exciting. And Kenneth uses his music as a platform for more of the politics. He's a poli-science major and a law student, and minors in Mandarin Chinese, and he's got a big plan. He wants to leave the world a better place than what he inherited.
Cool, awesome. And then one last question: can you tell us more about the Indigo Kids or the Indigo? What was it? Indigo Children?
Indigo Kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, essentially, I'm writing an outline right now. I'm almost done with it. It's taken me a couple months, and it's a story based around Indigo Kids, which is essentially there's this generation. In human history, these kids that are born within a decade that have this ability to access these chromosomes in their brain, which allow them to have this unique perspective, and they're hypersensitive to energies and auras, and they can feel things, and it can be exaggerated to the point of telekinesis and ESP and leaving your body and things like that. But I'm really trying to contain it into this story that's based around a really important event in history, and I think I got something really special in my hands.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll just do a couple liners. You just say your name and you're watching Fan Lala?
Yeah, sure. Hey, this is Kevin Schmit, and you're watching Fan Lala.
Cool.
One other question: do you have anything lined up for Halloween? What you're gonna be for Halloween?
I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween yet.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Maybe Yuma Pig.
Cool. I think that's about it.
Cool.